Welcome to the practice questions on being able to find a percentage of a quantity. What I'd like you to do now is to pause the video and have a go at the questions. There's two on the first page, there's also two on the second page. Have a go at all of them, and then when you're happy with your answers, then restart the video, check on the model answers and see if you've made any mistakes. So if you pause the video now and had a go at the four questions. Okay, welcome back. Let's now go through these questions. Question 1. Find 45% of 80. Now this is going to be done without using a calculator. The easiest way to do this is to split this up into 10% and 5%. So if we start off, we say, okay, right, well 10% of 80 is just going to be 8. To find 10%, we just divide the number by 10. Well, if 10% is 8, then 40% would be 4 lots of 8. So 40% is going to be 4 lots of 8, 4 times 8, which gives me 32. Now I've got 40%, but I need 45%, so I also need to find out what 5% is. Well, 5% will be half of what 10% was. If 10% is 8, 5% will be 4. Now all I need to do is add my 40% to my 5%. So 40% is 32, 5% is 4. If I do 32, add 4, I'm going to get my answer of 36. Question 2, we're doing exactly the same way. So here, I want to start off, I want to find 10%. So 10% of 160, 10% of 160 is 16. 80% of 160 is going to be 8 times 16, which gives me 128. And then of course I need my 5% to give me 85%. And like we said on question 1, 5% is half of 10%. If 10% is 16, 5% must be 8. So to get my final answer, to find 85%, I need to do 128, and I need to add that to the 8, which gives me my answer of 136. Okay, now we've got the second two questions. These two are going to be done using a calculator. So first one, 13% of 222. If I write 13% as a fraction, 13% as a fraction is just going to be 13 over 100, because a percentage is out of 100. So I've got 13 hundredths of 222. Now I can change this into a decimal, because 13 divided by 100 as a decimal gives me 0.13. And in maths, of is the same as multiply. So I can write that as 0.13 times and write down 222 here. Now if I move to the calculator here and type this in, I've got 0.13 times 222. That's going to give me an answer of 28.86. And 28.86 is fine in terms of pounds and pence, so I can just write my answer 28.86. Question 2. 27% of 3521. Same thing, let's write it as a fraction first. So 27% is the same as 27 over 100. Or 27 hundredths of 3521. Okay, so now we need to turn this into a decimal. So we get 0.27. So we've got 0.27, and the of, remember, changes to a times 3521. If we then move to the calculator and type this in, we're going to have now, if I do 0.27 times 3521 gives me my answer of 950.67, which is my final answer. 950.67 as my final answer.